Welcome to Andover, Kansas. We're at Andover Central High School for the Game Time High School Game of the Week on Your View. Tonight, the Andover Central Jaguars host the Wellington Crusaders in the sectional round of the Acacia 4A playoffs. Here's our 4A West bracket for you. Winner of this one's going to get the winner of the Crusaders of Buhler at Walmigo tonight. Other side of the bracket, Chanute Bishop Miege. Winner takes on the winner of Lansing versus Tonganoxie. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Scott Hogan alongside Scott Gurney. Biggest storyline for me tonight, Scott, that balanced attack of Andover Central facing that quick strike offense of Wellington. Which one will win out?
Well, I think both teams can really move the football down the field. Can the balance of Andover Central keep that Wellington offense off the field? Time will tell.
Well, the big reason why Wellington's offense is such quick strike is that young man there, the senior Dusty Bannister.
You give this quarterback a little bit of time in the pocket, he will pick you apart. You can see his number. They're outstanding numbers this season.
On the other side of the equation, the field general, Jace Jefferson, the senior, having a great season.
He is, and then with the assistance of that running back attack that they have got, those receivers to throw to, you give him a little bit of time, it could happen the same way.
And we'll take a quick look at the team comparison. You see the passing yards off the chart for Wellington. The points allowed for Andover Central. That's going to be a fascinating matchup tonight.
I think so, too. The defense, if they can rise to the occasion at home tonight, tell you what, they could be spectacular.
It's going to be a great game tonight. Everybody else here getting ready as well with the tailgating. We're going to take a break. More of the Game Time High School Game of the Week coming up on Your View.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Game Time on Your View is sponsored by Taco Bell, Live Moss, and by Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plans, affordable health care, nationwide coverage, friendly service. Well, unlike last Friday night, beautiful weather tonight, 56 degrees, a little breezy, could play a factor out of the southeast, but for mid-November, it's going to be pretty nice this evening. And our tonight's keys to the game are being brought to you by Continental Truck Accessories. Customize your truck or Jeep online with a virtual interactive garage. Don't F it up, let us truck it up.
For Wellington, you got to slow the run game down of Andover Central. You got to take away any deep shots they're going to get, and you got to have defensive penetration. For Andover Central, playmakers, you got to find them and find them early and often. You got to bounce back after maybe what be an adverse plays, and then special teams has got to make a special play tonight. They could be the difference maker.
Absolutely. Wellington won the toss and deferred, so Andover Central will get the ball. Wellington will get the wind, and we are underway. It's going to be a shorter kick and going to be taken at the 10 by Jace Adler. Adler picking his way through the middle. He's hit and continues to move forward as he gets just out past the 30-yard line. Tonight's starting lineups being brought to you by HTO, with more than 20 flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, iced and hot coffee drinks, plus all your favorites at HTO. There's Chase Jefferson, Maddox Archibald having a great season. Adler and Stupka, great receivers. There you see the keys on defense, middle linebacker Bannister, and then Norris back in the secondary to try to shut down this very balanced Andover Central attack. And it's a spread and a little Chief-like there, spin around. And now Jefferson rolling to the right. And a catch bobbled and then caught it up the sideline with a first down. And it goes to Brant Stupka. So right away, Jefferson to the air, big play down the sideline.
I like it. They got him out of the pocket early, got him open, got him a really clean look at Stupka out on the boundaries. Got to build those confidence throws early.
Yeah, a little struggle last week in the rain for Jefferson. 8 of 18, 152 TDs. Did throw 3 interceptions. I look for him to be very sharp tonight. Now Archibald, first carry straight ahead into the second level, and a nice gain just across midfield. And this young man, don't be surprised by the 160 frame. He can run between the tackles. Absolutely.
Puts his head down, goes north and south, and this time just straight south. It was Grady Norris making the tackle.
Well, you love the way he finished that run. He delivered the blow, not taking the blow. They marked him right down at midfield, so 2 plays. Andover Central, they're right on, or just to the right of the AC. Andover Central, and they stay with the 4 wides. And run a little motion with Stupka. Jefferson again, 4-man rush. He's just going to take off and go around the right side. He's looking for the first down. He may have, yeah, he got it easily. And he's just shy of the Wellington 40.
Well, smart play right here by the quarterback. Takes a look, checks his first read, second read, not there. Goes ahead and breaks down. Sees that he's got a great look out on the right side and heads to the boundary and picks up another first down.
Great discipline by the right tackle, Huxa, to stay at the line of scrimmage and not go downfield and get a penalty there. Now a stretch play, Archibald trying to get wide left. It's strung out pretty good, but Archibald will still get a couple just inside the 40-yard line there first, it looked like. And number 32, Milo Elder, he and Fisher, Coach Ryan Elder's sons.
Yeah, Fisher and Milo. Both of them on the defensive side of the football, and you can see a lot of white shirts to the football.
So it's 2nd down and 8. There you go. Good shot right there. Number 32, Milo Elder. We notice there's a lot of brothers, cousins. There's triplets on this team, even for Wellington. Now look at this. Trips bunched out on the right hash mark. They're looking for a little screen. It's not there, and just a wise move. Jefferson has to throw it into the turf. That was well scouted. Wellington knew it was coming.
Yeah, Wellington saw that one coming, sniffed it out early, and good job by Jace Jefferson, just smartly throwing that away. Live to fight another day, and brings up 3rd down and long, unfortunately, but still, you didn't put your team in a bad position.
And Coach Tuttle talked a lot about got to keep Wellington off balance. You'll see us run a lot of different personnel packages, a lot of different formations there. They had the trips bunched out there to just kind of, I think, feel out how will Wellington adjust to that. Had the screen called, and again, as you mentioned, great decision. And now a big 3rd and 8. Jefferson and looked a little disjointed on the snap. Archibald made 1-man miss, but then he's down well short of the first down. Number 28 got him there. That's Fisher Elder that time on the stop.
40 tackles on the season this year for Fisher Elder. And you can see he reads this from his linebacker spot, closes quickly.
Central, I thought they would do that. They got up there quickly at the line. 4th and 4 on a dummy snap count. Looks like they're going to go for it from the Wellington 35. And an empty set. Heavy load to the right. Jefferson rolling that way. Wants the quick pass. He's letting the play go. And the catch is leaping and made inside the 20 by Brant Stupka. Great awareness to be able to get a foot down.
Stupka, his 47th reception this year. He's got over 700 yards and 9 touchdowns. Makes a great play. How about the patience to wait on your receiver to get cleared right here? Jefferson throws a pretty ball.
He did. Amazing he could fit it in there. It's pretty good coverage back in the secondary. And just what an athletic play from Stupka. I tell you, if he's 5'10", he might not catch that, but he's 6'1". And a little toss out in the left flat. Archibald's going to cut it up behind blocking. He'll be spun down inside the 15 after a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6, and a methodical drive here by Andover Central.
Oh, absolutely. Just mixing up the run and the pass like we talked about. Very well balanced. Good play calling there.
How about that young man's numbers this year? Maddox Archibald, 1,243 yards coming in. He's found the end zone on the ground 17 times. And he flanks Jefferson to the left. And we'll get another carry. Good penetration. He lowers his shoulders inside the 5. And the ball pops out, and Andover Central recovers for a touchdown. Or did it pop out?
No, Archibald just ran over the defensive back and the linebacker, stayed on his feet, and was able to stumble into the end zone.
Well, you lost him in the scrum there. I thought the ball had popped out. It was Archibald himself.
Watch this hole out to the right side. That is ginormous. Stays with it. Keeps the legs driving like a good running back will do. Drives right into the end zone.
Well, he had me fooled. The way he dove in there, I thought the ball was loose. So what a drive. Klaus on for the extra point, which will split the uprights. Andover Central on their home field strikes first 7-0. And we're back after this timeout on Your View.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
There's your head coach for Wellington, Jeremiah Meeks. A bit of concern on his face after Andover Central was about 70 yards methodically down the field to get a 7-0 advantage here in the first quarter.
Yeah, a pretty good move. I mean, you talk about play calling and keeping things balanced. Great run calls, and Archibald was phenomenal.
Now Klaus will kick off into a bit of a strong wing, going to pop it up. So a return coming from the 20, right up the hash mark, but good coverage. Slung down just across the 25 was Jank Shinliver as we look at Drew Bannister in the offense. 2 great receivers, Burnett and Norris, and another good one out there at Branham, and a big tight end in Weir. And on defense, back in the secondary, Preston at the linebacker. He can play safety, and DeGarmo kind of anchor that defense, which has got its work cut out. The wind at the back of Wellington. And Bannister going to roll out of the pocket, and pressure coming from behind. He's going to take off and get what he can, and breaks a tackle, steps out of bounds just shy of the 30. And he can hurt you also with his legs if you pay too much attention to his arm.
That he definitely can. He always runs with his head up. In every video clip I've seen him, that head is up. He's looking downfield. Always seeing where those receivers and those defenders are. Smart take, pulls it down, picks up positive yardage.
There you see Bannister. He broke 6 school records last year as a junior. Now a handoff around right in, and it's well defended. Out on the edge, number 80, Logan Taggart will get down. Jalik Armstrong for, looks like maybe a gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, the pursuit right here. Taggart gets through, comes in from that linebacker spot. 67 tackles this year for Mr. Logan Taggart, and 24 of those are solo tackles.
Well, that was great, a so-called east-west pursuit from Taggart, and a big 3rd down after that long drive from Central. Wellington again, a sprint out, blitz comes, and Bannister is sacked, and the ball pops out. The Jaguars have recovered, and that is number 86 that comes up with it. Gage Hurley.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Andover Central.
Well, this is huge. To get the first turnover of the ball game and get it deep in your opponent's territory is big. Once again, Taggart comes in there, forces the pursuit back in, and then got polished off inside. And that definitely is out.
A great time blitz with the sprint out. It left a huge hole right up the middle. Here you can see on the sideline, Hurley's getting his team fired up. And now Jefferson, it's going to be a reverse pass. Stupka looking deep down the field. It is bobbled and caught at the 6. Jace Adler from his running mate, Brant Stupka, a little reverse pass. And Andover Central knocking on the door again.
Well, again, going to the air, and you've got weapons on the outside that can go catch the football. A lot of trust right there between Jace Jefferson and, again, Adler. And we've already seen what Stupka can do.
I tell you what, and right there was the defense, and they still fit it in. Now Archibald dancing his way back through the middle, breaks the tackle, and he does it again. Touchdown, Andover Central. He slipped a couple of tackles, has a low center of gravity, and Wellington doesn't know what's hit him. It is quickly 13-0 Jaguars.
Unreal. Watch the blocking up front. The big hogs up front getting it done, making holes. But Archibald, like grease pig contest down there, and he just can't be caught.
Wow, he has got 2 fantastic touchdown runs. As Klaus will try to tack on the extra, which he does. So 2 quick strikes from Andover Central, 14-0 Jaguars. The Game Time Game of the Week on Your View.
Media timeout.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Well, even a little more concern now on that Wellington sideline there. You see here head coach Jeremiah Meeks as Andover Central, the long drive, and then Wellington coughs it up on 3rd down. Andover Central takes him 2 plays, and you look up, and it's been a while since Wellington has faced any kind of a deficit this year. And they're senior-oriented. They're going to have to rely on that experience because they've got punched in the mouth here.
Definitely have.
And return from about the 16, right up the sideline and into the secondary. And was that the kicker? It was. Klaus making the stop. Grady Norris will set up Wellington with pretty good field position. And Drew Bannister, see how he bounces back from that turnover.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You want to see how he bounces back, especially if you're Coach Meeks. You want to say, okay, hey, senior, you've been in this position started nearly 3 years. If it wasn't for an injury back when he was a sophomore, he would have been a 3-year starter. But let's see how he handles the adversity and comes back from it.
Put Morris in motion. And then they're going to go to Norris, catches it at the 40. And he lost the football, and it's picked up, but knees were down, but another turnover. This is Landon Preston.
On the field is a fumble recovered by Andover Central.
Fumble,
the knee on the ground.
2 of them
First
in
down.
4 plays for Wellington. They are shell-shocked right now.
As we are as well. Let's take another look at this, and you see just a quick hitter on the outside, breaking in, and all of a sudden, boop, out comes the ball. Great job on the tackle That was number 16 for Andover Central, Palmer Brown. Interesting. Coach Meeks has got to be scratching his head.
And the 42-yard line of Wellington, and Jefferson back to throw it. Wants another screen, and Stupka's got it, and now it's a foot race inside the 30. He's taken down just inside the 25. I think that was number 22, Axel Norris, that made the stop. But here come the Jaguars again, trying to capitalize on yet the second turnover.
And again, we talked about Wellington having a quick hit offense, but watch this Andover Jaguar team go. Solid tackle there on the outside, but man, good job at keeping Wellington on their toes. They are definitely backpedaling.
How about the two big men downfield? Huge blocks on that last play. Now back to Archibald. Breaks off one tackle, and then the pursuit will get there. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard. We do have a flag down in the backfield. We'll have our first announcement here by our referee tonight.
Holding. Offense. Number 66. 10 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
So big penalty. Can the Crusader defense needs something good to happen here? Can they take advantage of that?
Well, they got to find something to key off of, some spark.
There's your hold right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a hold. Good call by the official right there. Archibald picking up tough yards.
So now a 1st and 20, ball back at the 34. And Wellington, that 4-4 stack. The box is loaded right now. Now they're breaking out of it. Jefferson back to throw it, looking to his left. He's flushed out of the pocket, trying to keep the play alive. He'll unload it late, and it's knocked away, incomplete. And he was trying to get it in there to Jace Adler, but boy, Jefferson, he's extending the play as long as he can. He was just about out of bounds when he unloaded that one.
Yeah, there's a certain point that you want to just call no joy and throw it out of bounds and again, live to fight another day. But that time, trying to get the ball in the hands of his playmakers, though.
And some pretty good personnel changes there. I think they brought in some extra wideouts and will go 4 wides here on 2nd and 20. And jet sweep, and that's that little push pass, turning it straight ahead for a short gain is Brody DeGarmo. Wellington well defended that time. You see number 28 there, Fisher Elder, in the middle of your screen, right around the point of attack. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
Take another look here. So watch, just cuts right up. Nothing but white shirts there in the ways. But they had it sealed off well on the outside, which you can't see in that replay. But they kept that one pretty well encapsulated.
You want to show one of your youth players how to tackle? Perfect that time. Head up, shoulder into the legs of the ball carrier. Now Jefferson wants a quick pass, and it's a draw play to Archibald. He's into the secondary. And he'll bring up a manageable 4th down. It'll be maybe about 8 to go. I certainly think, well, Klaus has got a good leg. Big decision here.
Yes, it definitely is, going against that wind. I don't know if you want to pull your field goal kicker out for this one or not. That is a brisk southeast wind.
Yeah, against the wind, probably on the edge or out of his range. Andover Central kind of huddling out on the numbers. Play clock approaching 10. Well, this could be a game-breaking play here. I know it's first quarter, but Wellington desperately needs a stop as Jefferson goes to an empty set. And then a timeout taken defensively.
Wellington takes their first timeout of the first half.
I think, in a way, Coach Jeremiah Meeks is sensing what I just said. This is huge play for my defense and my team. They absolutely need a stop here, trailing 14-0 on the road. Interestingly enough, the other Crusaders playing tonight right on the other side of this bracket. Buhler has a mid-first quarter 7-0 lead at the 1 seed Wamego. Just saw that score come in. And we've got colleagues doing that game this evening, so we should have some Andale Cheney. Huge matchup in 3A. We'll have scores coming in on that one as well. Hopefully we'll get a Hutch score in there in 5A, so we'll have some interesting playoff scores as we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the playoffs. Really, if you talk about the East and the West, it's the semifinals or sectional round tonight. There you go again, the Buhler and Wamego. Buhler the early lead, and you see the other side of the bracket here in 4A West. Now 4th and 8, Jefferson back, looking to his left. He's got time, fires a strike. It'll be enough for a first down. And he got the pass to DeGarmo, who ran an excellent route, turned and just needed an extra yard or two, and he got it.
DeGarmo only 14 catches this year. And just watch him, little button hook right, sets up, gets in that zone. Look at Travis Kelce out there, didn't he?
Well, he knew right where the little soft spot was in the zone. I tell you, what a first quarter. We've hardly seen. Just 4 plays for the Wellington offense, 2 fumbles lost. And now from the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 Jags. And back to Archibald. Well, just the push of the line. Archibald's going to get inside the 10 before he's pushed back. And it'll be 2nd down and about, we'll call it about 6.
Well, Scott, we talked in the open. If this balanced offense of the Jags and Mr. Jefferson can keep, and Mr. Archibald can keep that Wellington offense on the sidelines and just meticulous drives down the field, eat up that clock, they can take control of this game, and they definitely have. Helps with having a couple of fumbles, obviously.
Yeah, they got the reverse pass that worked. You got your 4th down conversion. Now Jefferson draw play. Archibald, a huge push, is inside the 5. And it will be close to the first down. I tell you, there was, it looked like Brody Weir had his arms in there. He was looking for a hold there in the backfield. There was none. And it is 1st and goal from just outside the 2.
Coming right at your living room right here. Maddox Archibald. Not a big guy, 5'10", 160, but he runs like he's 215.
You see Brody Weir, Wellington loading up the box. Jefferson under center. Archibald, a little tush push, gets an assist. Waiting for a signal. The side judge running in saying he is just short. Looks like he had his fullback, Andrew Bolin, on for a little push there from behind. It's 2nd and goal.
It looked like it. Boy, down about, yeah, right down on the goal line. You can see probably inches away from pay dirt.
Don't be surprised you see the same play here. Jefferson, the quick snap under center, takes it himself. He is pushed back. And again, the side judge, now they'll say touchdown. Had to confirm where Jefferson was, and wow, what a start for Andover Central. Klaus's extra point coming and try to make it 21-0.
3 possessions, 3 TDs. You can see the late push there, got him over the line, but wow.
Wow, it's hard to tell. It looked like that first wave that he got in before he got pushed back. You see Jefferson and Klaus. Oh, and it's been good into the wind. Pressure in there, but Klaus, nice high extra point right down the pipe. 21-0. Andover Central. And we mentioned Wellington has run 4 plays. 2 of them have been lost fumbles. They have really got to settle down and regroup and just put together a few first downs when they get the ball. But this is, I tell you, this is going to shock a lot of people when they see this first quarter score pop up.
Oh, absolutely. This is something we never expected. We thought ball security wasn't an issue, but it sure has been in this one.
Wow,
how close was it?
Hard to see there. It looks like before he got pushed back, he was laying on top of a lineman who was right on the goal line. And again, Jeremiah Meeks searching for answers over on the sideline. And there's Coach Jarek Tuttle. Had our second chat with him on Tuesday night. He was sure excited going into this one, just loves the way his team has performed. They said that when we were here for Goddard Eisenhower, that game just really gave his team confidence in what they were doing heading in late into the season. There's another short kickoff will be taken right near the sideline. Now reversing course, giving up some territory and losing yardage. There's number 44, Parker Thornton. Gave up about 5 yards, and another long field coming up for Wellington.
Yeah, something you don't want to do on the kickoff team. Unless you've got a planned reverse or something like that, never go backwards. Just get what you can get. Never know, you might break a tackle and take it all the way, but not the best decision in the world. And, And Wellington to get a chance at their third opportunity.
Dusty Bannister in the offense back out 1st and 10. We just have seen 4 plays from them. We'll play action pressure around the edge. Bannister just going to have to unload this, and boy, he had a wide open Jalik Armstrong at the 35. I just don't think he saw him.
Yeah, I think that pressure got to him. And, just going back and watching film on Mr. Bannister, when he scrambles, he always keeps his head up, can make plays with his legs and his arm. Obviously, real strong arm.
Right there.
But the thing about it that I didn't see is I didn't see a lot of defenses being able to get to him quickly and force him to make a throw fast and push him towards the sidelines.
And Wellington loves the shots down the field. They just have not had any time. And speaking of that, Bannister again eluding pressure, throws it late into traffic, and a catch made out near the 45 by Carter Burnett. Boy, that's the arm that we know Bannister possesses, and Burnett over 1,150 receiving yards, has his first tonight.
Yeah, watch the time that he gives himself, escaping right here. Great blocking, coming back to help out, but just keeps his nose in there. Gritty football player. Finds his open receiver, and his leading receiver in Carter Burnett.
Now a big run for Armstrong. And did the ball pop out there?
I think it did.
And somehow, one of the offensive linemen hustling down the field, Kaysen Ramirez, recovers. So 3 fumbles for Wellington. Let's see if we can see where it came loose. It is a first down. Right there on that big hit.
What a collision.
Couldn't catch the number. That was a monster hit. The recovery was enough for a first down. Now here's the first deep shot down the left sideline. A jump ball in and out of the hands of Carter Burnett. It'll be 2nd and 10, but there's that first shot down the field. We expect many more coming.
That was a big shot, and we got a chance to see the arm of Dusty Bannister there. He's at about the 48-yard line, and that was right through the wickets of Mr. Burnett.
Yeah, Burnett, he's kicking himself. I think he believes he should have had that one, and it did go right through his hands. There you see him, 6'4", 190 senior, big target. He and Grady Norris was just 48 yards shy of 1,000 receiving as well, as Norris motions out. Quarterback draw, and a broken tackle, and a gain of about 5 down near the 40. We'll bring up 3rd and 5. Coach Meeks said they didn't run Bannister a lot at the first of the year, always the injury concern early in the year, but as the year has drug on, he says, yeah, we've done more design runs, more RPOs and stuff, because he is a weapon with his legs. Once they got into the season, they decided to open it back up, and it's paid dividends.
It definitely has. There's Coach Meeks right there, his 3rd season at Wellington.
So we're ticking down the final seconds of the first quarter, big 3rd and 5. Bannister rolls out, squares up, fires a strike to Burnett. He's got the first down. He'll take it inside the 25 to about the 23. And see if Wellington, remember, they're going to go into the wind in the second quarter. I think they're going to try to get another playoff.
I would definitely try to do that right here. But, again, great motion outside. Kept the pursuit down. Threw a bullet to Burnett, his go-to receiver.
And again, Wellington hurrying up to the line. 4 seconds to snap it. And they did get it off. Just a 3-man rush. And there's a wide open receiver there, and in and out of the hands of Grady Norris. He may have been hearing footsteps from behind. It would have been 1st and goal. But
this
instead,
is the end of the first quarter.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Wellington going into the wind. End of 1 right now, all over Andover Central. Leading Wellington 21-0 here on Your View.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
When the little things start feeling like too much to handle, it might be from vaping. See how nicotine could be making you act less like yourself. Visit downanddirtylife.com. Now, start of the second quarter, if you're just tuning in, Andover Central, a monster first quarter, a couple of turnovers by Wellington. Here's the incompletion in the first quarter, a wide open Norris. And leaping up and just right in and out of his hands. And now a 2nd and 10. Switch ends of the field, so going into that 20-25 mile an hour wind now are the Crusaders over on the left hash mark. Bannister back, flushed out of the pocket. Now he reverses course. He has a man wide open, underthrown and incomplete. Jalik Armstrong, boy, he needed to come back just a yard or two and he could have made that completion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, is you got to come back to the football right there. Help your quarterback out a little bit. Let's see what kind of, yeah, under all kinds of duress there. And lofted it up, said, yeah, I got you. And oh, you just kept fading back. Very fortunate for Andover Central.
Timeout on the field for an injured offensive player.
He acted like he kind of was holding.
We set the play clock to 25
his
seconds.
Left rib cage when I first saw him coming back. I just wonder if he pulled something stopping, and that maybe inhibited him from coming back to the football. A couple of the other scores we've seen in the brackets we were watching. How about Hayes 14, Hutch nothing? End of one after Hayes beating Great Bend last week. And Miege a 7-0 lead on Chanute. And it was 7-0 Bueller over Wamega has gone to the second quarter. And now Andover Central, well, they got an opportunity to try to force a 4th down decision. Wellington, a 3rd and 10, and really 2 missed opportunities there to two plays in a row really would have set them up inside the 5 for 1st and goal. And watch out for the pressure coming now if you're Wellington. Bannister, oh, nice little pop pass to his tight end. We're running over people. He's got the 1st down to the 6th. Love the play call there.
Oh, yeah, came up to the line of scrimmage. We're going to look at it right here on the replay. Comes to the line of scrimmage. Linebackers stand up. Think it might be a run play. Get ready for it. Tight end right in the middle.
You brought your tight end out of the backfield on that play. Well designed. 1st and goal at the 7 for Wellington. Trying to cut into this 21-0 deficit.
That there, and this huge confidence builder right here. You started this drive on their own 23. If you're Wellington, you gotta find a way to punch it into the end zone.
How about the old stack eye? And they go to Weir, the 2nd man through. He's inside the 5, and they'll mark him down at the 4. And it'll be 2nd and a goal. First time I ever saw that was Monty Lewis at Friends University. We used to love to run the old stack eye. He's over at Winfield now.
Back to Winfield.
Back to Winfield, yeah.
Just in the blues instead of the black and purples.
And now the power I formation. And a fullback and tripped up. It's a lineman, Jamar Armstrong. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. When we talked about Andover Central stingy defense, they are getting their back up here inside their own 5.
Bowing but not breaking, and a good tackle on the ground. Gosh, I think it was Rod, very possibly.
Again, here you go. Weird puts it on the turf. And the other running back in there, I believe that was Nick Giefer, that fell on it, but this high-flying pass offense, 3 straight power runs. Now they've got himself into a 4th and goal at the 5 before they bring in the wide receiving personnel. Just the exchange wasn't clean.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. And this is what we talked about, having the ability to be balanced and having that a part of your repertoire all season long. Wellington, not so much. They want to throw the football, and they're lined up that way right now.
Andover Central takes their first timeout of the first half.
Andover Central takes a timeout, as
This
will
will
we.
also
Back
be
for the
a
4th
medium.
down play after this break on Your View.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
You see Dusty Bannister, Wellington, a 4th and goal at the Central 5. They're going to stay with that same formation. Trips to the right. And Bannister back to throw it. Wanted a quick pass to the left. Here comes the pressure. He eludes it. Keeping the play alive. Is anybody going to get open? Bannister throws it late. Caught. Touchdown, Brody Weir. We saw Jace Jefferson extend plays earlier. Dusty Bannister, beautifully done. Wellington on the board.
That's what he's done all year long, extending plays and then waiting patiently to find an open receiver. And that time, Brody Ware getting it done. My goodness. 76th career touchdown for Mr. Bannister.
Now Sky Branham and the Whiteouts will kick the extra point. Every extra point has come into the wind in this game, surprisingly enough. And this one on the way is up and good. So much needed points on the board for Wellington. Central leads it 21-7 as Dusty Bannister extending the play.
Media timeout.
Taking us to break.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
There's Brody Weir with the big touchdown reception on 4th and goal. And that's the Bannister recovering, throwing some nice balls on that drive after the early fumble. Gets his team back in this one, and now the kickoff again into the wind. It'll be a short kick, and there's Archibald from the 19. Right up the left hash mark and tripped up from behind just shy of the 40. So both teams, all the kicks have come into the wind tonight.
That they have.
And it's going to give up some field position. There you see Maddox Archibald doing a little bit of everything. Running it, and we know he can catch it out of the backfield and dangerous in special teams. Now can Wellington, can they find a way to get a stop? This Andover Central offense has been a well-oiled machine. Of course, 2 under 50-yard drives off the turnovers. Jefferson, a little motion in there, play action. He's got time, looking down the middle of the field, got a man deep, and it is caught and out of bounds near the 15 by Brant Stupka. What a beautiful throw-in catch from Jefferson to Stupka. Here come the Jags again.
We're going to take a look at Stupka, and I'm telling you what, when you see where he's at, watch how deep he got behind the defense and was just a racing. Turf Monster got him, or he might have been in the end zone.
Angelique Armstrong was the nearest defender there, the running back and defensive back. And Jefferson been getting there early, using a dummy snap count. And wants to throw it again, looking to his left, going to loft one up in the back of the end zone, and it's caught by Jace Adler. Touchdown, Jags. Defender was right there, and Adler just timed it perfectly.
Oh, absolutely. The 6'3", 171-pound senior, Jace Adler, just goes up and over the top of the defender, get the football. Take another look. This is a pretty ball right into the back of the end zone.
What a great job by Adler. You see he had the hands on the defender but didn't push off to get the flag. Just kind of used it as, I know right where you're at, I'm going to time my jump, and he did it perfectly for the score as Klaus, for his 4th extra points, hooks it right down the middle. Well, I tell you what, this kind of feels like Andover Central is Wellington. They're the quick strike offense, and all of a sudden, 2 plays, and your touchdown is effectively negated. Back up by 3 scores are the Jags.
Yeah, again, starting from their own 38, boom, boom, and they're right down in the end zone and putting it in a black.
I'm going to see that touchdown again. You can see where Stupka starts off. I think he was split out outside the left hash mark. Here's the touchdown, and Adler, it was just one-on-one.
And the big dogs up front, you can see them, they're celebrating. They know they are responsible for that because they gave Jace Jefferson plenty of time to not only hold and be patient, but waiting for his receiver in Adler to get to the end zone.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head. Adler's had time to find his receivers. Bannister, even on design rollouts, they've been getting pressure on him. He's had to ad-lib. He's done very well at it, but he has not had the time that Jefferson has to stay in the pocket and find that deep shot. That has been one of the big differences other than the 2 turnovers. So now we'll get our first kickoff with the win. I think Klaus, he's got the leg. I think this one's going to head towards the end zone. Let's see what.
Might want to warn the cameraman down there.
And it is going to be a deep kick. Armstrong will watch this go about 3 yards deep into the end zone, along a field on the way for Wellington. The other Crusaders keeping an eye on that ball game. 14-0 now. Buhler leads Wamego in the second quarter, and after getting beat by Cheney twice last year, right now, second quarter, Andale 36, Cheney nothing. As I've said it before, I think Andale's playing a little angry football this year after couple of losses to Cheney last season. And now Dusty Bannister, a long field, going to sprint to his right. Looking for an out pass, and beautifully done. Caught and out of bounds. That is number 10, Sky Branham, with his first catch. That'll move the chains for Wellington.
Yeah, good job, Branham, coming back to the football. And again, pushing your defender down the field and then come back to the football and makes the catch. Here's the push, the turn, come back. Great spot for the football to be thrown, only where your guy can get to it.
When DeGarmo was in good coverage, just a great timing route. They have done that more than once.
Wellington now with 93 yards in the air.
And a quick out diving attempt made. I think that was Norris out there. Yeah, he's looking back. It was just a little wide. Would have been a short gain of maybe a couple, but it falls to the turf. It's 2nd and 10.
I apologize. Scott, 93 total yards for Wellington. 71 of those in there.
Now you see a little bit different on the play calling going, and that's the wind, I think, tonight. A little bit more of the timing routes right now. I think if you're going to get something down the field, it's going to have to be against the blitz where you can release the ball early. And Bannister looking to his left. Here comes that pressure, and he gets it out in the flat. Weir needs a block. Oh, no good open field tackle. That's DeGarmo, who's given up, I'm going to guess, probably about 75 pounds in that matchup, but he prevents the first down with that tackle. It's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Brody Ware, 252, and can really move for a big man. Got him down by an ankle tackle there as well.
3rd and about 3. A tick under 8 minutes to play in the first half. And Bannister going to go to the ground game. Armstrong got a good first push, but he got stood up. Now where the side judge comes in, he's already saying it's enough for the first down. Well, that was a big collision at the line. I want to see this spot again.
Absolutely. Take another look. He just right up the middle. Here come those linebackers. Oof. Big number 64. That's Carson Green just smothering him to the floor.
Well, you needed 3, and you got 3, and then was rudely met there by Carson Green. But Wellington, they will take it. They need to try to answer scores for scores now. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. Yeah, the flag is down. There was an illegal shift there. I think you're right wide receiver didn't get reset before Norris went in motion. I was waiting to see. I don't think that should have been a dead
offense.
ball.
Not all 11 players were set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Now, see, I would think that was an illegal shift that you would let the play go and then it's a 5-yard penalty, but they called it a false start with the multiple men moving and not resetting. I guess it's 5 yards either way. You could hear on our crowd mic, one of the fans saw it. And here's a screen pass set up to Armstrong. He's up the left sideline, and he spun out of bounds just shy of midfield. I like the call there after the penalty. Landon Preston making the stop.
Yeah, nearly got it all back right there. And just going to come up about 4 yards short.
Get a unique look here from behind at this screen pass. Bannister sold it well. Nice hands and a run after the catch there by Armstrong.
And a majority of the Jaguar defense was set up and ready to go for that. They're going to give him the first down here, though.
Who are they going to go by? Which line judge? That was 2nd down. Boy, I tell you what.
Generous spot there.
I think so. I thought the hip hit somewhere between the 50 and the 49. Oh, yeah, the ball was back near the 50.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, let's just say Wellington will take any breaks they can get. Here's the deep shot down the sideline. Back to the middle of the field. It's caught. It's going to be a touchdown to Carter Burnett. There's the deep strike we've been waiting for. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Touchdown number 11 on the season for Burnett. And again, he just beat his man down the field. Ball was spot on from Bannister.
Boy, and that ball came back just ever so slightly to the middle of the field. Very physical play there by Burnett. Got a little bit of a push off there, but not enough to garner a hanky. And now Branham try to tack on the extra point, but play is blown dead.
I thought we was going to see an issue of the peanuts there real quick, where Charlie Brown was going to get the football yanked out from underneath him, but
yeah, I think Norris was going to yank it there.
Yeah, I think he did. Let's see what the call is here.
Ball start, offense. 5-yard penalty,
Another
retry.
penalty that hurts you.
Especially into the wind. You know, you have to have that dead on into the wind. And now you're going to back up. I know it's just 5 yards, but let's see if that is crucial here.
As long as it's 35. So they're not flirting with it yet. But with this wind, it might be equal to it.
Set it down just outside the 15. And it did. It cost them wide right. No good. And little things can hurt you. It's 28-13. There you see Burnett. You're going to see another look at this touchdown.
Well, I think Burnett gets away with a little bit of a push here, but watch the time and the placement of where this ball is at. Boom, quick break, gets behind the defender. Maybe a little shove, but hey, this is a physical game, that happens.
So a 15-point ball game. And there you see the connection right there. Bannister on your left, and on the right, Carter Burnett. As you mentioned, they've done it an awful lot. Burnett came in with 55 catches for 1,153 yards. Which, easy math there, 21 yards per catch for Burnett. Norris was averaging a whopping almost 29 yards per catch coming in. I think, gosh, our defensive coordinator there, Ryan Elder, we talked about his two sons, Fisher and Milo, playing on the team. Fisher, a freshman, and Milo, we called his name a couple times already, is a junior. And a lot of big families there in Wellington. We talked about the cousins, the triplets, all that good stuff. There's a low roller. Adler picks it up. He's going to be out near the 40 when he gets upended. Look like number 1 there, Wyatt Dickey, on the stop. But again, great field position. And Scott, what can Wellington do? The defense has just been rattled here early on by this Andover Central offense.
When you think about it, it's all the keys to victory that Coach Binks had talked about. Slow down the run game. That hasn't happened. Take away the deep shots. We've seen that happen already. In defensive penetration, they haven't been able to get enough penetration and enough pressure on Jefferson.
Motion Archibald back in. And the motion not fooling number 33, Colton Bannister. Archibald for a gain of just a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The biggest thing, Scott, I think it's been the balance.
Yes.
They've mixed up. They've established the run game with Archibald, and then they've been able to get over the top. If you're looking at RPOs and you're looking, where are your eyes as a defensive back and a linebacker? You got to be looking at the running back because Archibald's coming at you. And then all of a sudden, boom, pops one over the top.
So 2nd and 8. Jefferson back to Archibald. Nice stutter step. Breaks another tackle. We've seen a bunch of that, just dragging tacklers forward. It's going to gain about 6 of the 8. 3rd down and short. That's been an issue early, tackling for Wellington, and they've struggled a little bit.
They have. A lot of arms on guys, but not putting a lot of helmets into shoulder pads. And you see another one right there near the right line of scrimmage, allows him to get another 5 yards.
Well, what's the best weapon for a pass attack? It's a running game.
Absolutely.
And then I'll tell you what, they have had that beautifully. Now 3rd down, well, they marked it now back a yard. 3rd and 3. And back to Archibald. He's tripped up, broke that tackle, and he'll get the 1st down. And Wellington's got to be kicking themselves. They had him dead to rights, but somehow we've seen it on his 2 touchdown runs. He's running like that greased pig again.
Well, we talk about the balance that Andover Central has on their offense, but the balance of this young man right here is pretty special.
Yeah, he put the arm down to keep himself going. That's just textbook running. And again, Archibald, 5'10", 160. But he runs tremendous.
13 carries, 71 yards so far from Mr. Archibald.
Another fresh set of downs. Jefferson, play action. Pressure around the edge. He's going to roll to his right, extending the play. Crossing pattern. Adler's got the reception out of bounds. A flag behind the play. And judging by the reaction of Paxton McLeod, this may be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, that'd be my guess as well.
Hear from our referee coming up shortly.
Holding, offense, number 77, 10 yards from the previous spot.
Second holding
Still
penalty
1st
of the
down.
ball game.
Let's see if we can see the hold again. Jefferson doing a great job extending the play. And yeah, that was Weir. You could see again just a little tug of the jersey. And Weir is tough to handle. He runs so well at 6'4", 252. Jefferson, a little counter. And great move to get to the edge by Archibald. He turns the corner. He's got a 1st down and more. Foot race to the end zone, and he's caught from behind. Touchdown saving tackle by Fisher Elder. But I tell you what, it's looking like a video game out there with Maddox Archibald.
Oh, it does. And again, watch the double fake. And And then to the outside, Archibald breaks it, gets a questionable block there, but off to the races once he gets into the clear. How about Fisher Elder showing off some speed, catching him from behind?
I honestly thought we were going to be saying touchdown Andover Central, but great hustle. Down to the 13. Here come the Jags. Back to Archibald. Cuts it in between the hash and numbers, and again makes a man miss and gets inside the 10. He's down to about the 7. I tell you, we're seeing power, speed, and elusiveness from Maddox Archibald.
No doubt, over 100 yards now at 116 officially, and Maddox Archibald is showing why he's one of the best backs in the state. But again, establish that run game, control the clock, get down the field.
Coach Elder trying to find an answer for his defense, back against the wall again. 2nd and about 3.5. And Jefferson bobbles it. He's just going to take off, and he's going to score, and a flag comes in late. This may be coming back. Usually an umpire throwing a flag, that's something illegal by the offensive line. Then a late flag behind the play. Oh boy, that was thrown right near where Andover Central was going to huddle, and they're clapping, but you got to think this may be 2 penalties on the Jags.
During the play, holding, number 56, offense, 10 yards from the previous spot. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Andover Central, number 65. There'll be 15 yards from the end of the holding penalty. Still 2nd down.
Wow, 25 yards of penalties. That's great ad lib right here by Jefferson.
Oh, absolutely. Incredible ad lib. That ball goes into the air. Your first instinct is to grab it, tuck, and go, and then to get, you lose your composure out there, and you cost your team another 15 on top of a holding penalty. That's huge after you just scored a touchdown.
We saw the hold, if you saw right at the bottom of your screen. There was a pretty good tackle actually there, but now it's 2nd down, and I can't even do the math at this point. About 25, it looks like. Jefferson rolling to his right. Wants to come back to the middle of the field. He's got Adler, who almost made a one-handed catch. If he doesn't get a hand on that, Axel Norris was waiting on it.
And Jace Jefferson got trucked when just after he got rid of the football here. Take another look at it. Watch the pursuit in from behind. Hung in there and took a big shot.
And that was...
and then got landed on.
Brody Weir delivered the blow. And this is what Wellington has been desperately needing, an opportunity for a stop. And they've got 2 plays. It's going to be 3rd down. Officially, they're listening as 28. Jefferson back in the pocket. I think he wants a screen. Pretty well set up. Heading towards the sideline and out of bounds inside the 25 goes Jackson Green. And now with the win, I wonder, they're going to send Klaus on for what should be about a 41, maybe a 40-yard attempt. Good leg, wind at his back. He's got a shot at this.
I think he does. I think he's got a good shot at it. I think when you think about what his range is, his longest is 43. And said his range is 45 to 47, so this is right down his alley.
DeGarmo will hold. They'll put it down right at the 40 or at the 30-yard line on the right hash, so it's a 40-yard attempt. Nice snap. DeGarmo, great job to get it down, and a great shot of that, I tell you, right down the middle. Klaus hits from 40. So Wellington and holds Central after those 2 penalties to a field goal. It's 31-13. Take another look. I tell you, Klaus. Again, DeGarmo, great job on a little high, and really no doubt that one would have been good from another 5 to 7 yards back pretty easy.
Klaus got a good leg. Good asset to have. Somebody on special teams. And we talked about, I know we talked to Coach and he said special teams could be one of the big keys for tonight. And, you always talk about turnovers. Turnovers is part of the game, and you can always turn the tides of a ball game. And for Wellington, I don't think they're used to playing behind and having to do catch up. And I don't know, their scores that we looked at when you talk about what they did with Andale. you know, that was a 56-48 ball game by the end of it. Annandale come out on the top end of that. But I think, if I remember right, Wellington was ahead.
Had the lead in the fourth quarter, yeah.
Had the lead going through the fourth. And so this team's not used to playing from behind. So it's going to be a big test throughout the rest of this ball game. Can Wellington recover from some adversity and show a little grit here?
Well, huge 2 minutes and 10 seconds for Wellington after the Klaus kickoff. We'll explain. And it's going to be a touchback. That one a good 6 yards deep. They won the toss and deferred. So they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. If they can use their timeouts in 2:10 and get points on the board here, get the ball and score there, they can overcome quite a bit of that 18 points. Now, against a really good defense here, that's a lot easier said than done, but they have an opportunity here to climb back in the game. That's why teams like to defer. You see teams like the Chiefs do it all the time. They somehow score in that last 2 minutes, get the ball to start the third quarter, put score up there again. But into the wind, it's a little more difficult. Bannister, here we go. He's just going to unload this. It's going to be caught by Weir. Lowers his shoulder and going to make something out of nothing. He'll gain about 4. And there was number 5, and number 5 again, DeGarmo, on the tackle.
Yeah, DeGarmo being outmatched 5'11", 162 to 6'4", 252. Great job just finding a way to get rid of the football, because that could have been a big time loss for you.
There's another screen. It was tipped and then caught by Burnett. He's got a first down. Good block down the field and a great job. He tight ropes the sideline, then gets out of bounds to stop the clock. At the 39, I believe they have 2 timeouts. Yes, they have 2 left.
And again, just running a good 2-minute drill. That one, lucky. Sometimes it's better be lucky than good, and that one just a fortunate bounce for Wellington.
Couldn't quite make out a number. Great timing to get a hand up there. I think it might have been Hurley again. Mr. rolling to his right. There's that timing pattern. Had a man and overshoots. Grady Norris, 2nd down and 10. You know, the game last week when we talked with Coach Meeks, he said, you know, Bannister was 19 to 39, said he was just so hyped up in the first half. He said throws he would normally hit, he was shooting them a little too far ahead, a little over the top. And he said he had a great second half. We've seen him pretty much under control here in the first half. That one was the first one that was a little bit high. And he wants a quick, oh boy, and a miscommunication. You don't see that very long. And it was lucky Burnett was able to keep the pattern going, or that could have been a pick 6 for DeGarmo.
Definitely, and I thought it might have been a pass interference call there, come flying in, but no flag on it. And just a collision on the timing play there.
That was close to being outside of 5 yards. You can hit him inside of 5, but now big 3rd down. Wellington, as the stands are rocking here across the middle, that was behind Branham. And incomplete now, no choice. Inside your own 40, you're going to have to punt it away, so opportunities missed there by Wellington.
Yeah, that ball was just a little bit behind Branham there, but that's a play you got to make in this situation. You anticipate a fake here. How gutsy are you?
Wow, that would be doing something here if you faked it inside your own 40. And this is into the wind. And a fair catch called for and made. Adler at the 30. Now flip the tables a little bit. 1:10, 2 timeouts, wind at your back. Central can go after more points here after stopping Wellington on, you know, those 3 incompletions. Clock didn't tick anything off.
No, and they've shown that they've been able to strike quick too. So for Wellington, you got to have a really good defensive stance here. Just stay in the ball game. You definitely want to get it done. How about those guys up front?
They have played tremendous first half. Jefferson looking to go to the air against a 3-man rush. Pressure around the edge. He eludes it. Extending the play, gets a good block, gets the first down, then steps out of bounds. And again, great job by Jefferson. Was able to duck inside of Schindliver and ad-lib for a first down.
That headsy play there by the quarterback. Smart play again. He's so good about not putting his team in a bad position when things just aren't as right as he would like them. And again, there was nothing open downfield.
Stopped and had a little chat with his head coach, Derek Tuttle. discussing this next play. A minute to play at your own 42, 1st and 10. Jefferson again, just a 3-man rush. He's going to step up and just heave this one out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10. Are you surprised at all? Wellington just bringing 3 right here.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. Number 12.
You know, they don't want to get
area.
beat behind
Second
again.
down.
You can't give up a touchdown right here. It would be demoralizing to say the least. But you don't want to give Andover Central any type of avenue to turn the momentum in this game.
Yeah, you're looking for a stop there. You see that's our defensive coordinator, Ryan Elder. Yeah, dialing up a 3-man rush right here, trying to get pressure around the edge. And now you go to Archibald against that soft defense. Archibald, it's going to be close to a 1st down. That'll give him a kind of a free timeout to move the chains. As Archibald gained 10, now it's running again. They're going to take under 40 seconds. I think he had 2 plays in the huddle called. And Jefferson back to throw it, has time. Again, going to get outside of the pocket. He has the Garmo and throws it behind him, incomplete.
Yeah, all receivers ran towards the far side of the field, his right side. And he really couldn't stay in the pocket right there, so he had to get out, which these guys up front have been giving him a great pocket to throw out of, but there was just no receiver on this side of the field for him to throw to.
And they kind of flooded the entire right zone of the field with receivers. You know, the theory behind that is you just got too many guys there to cover, but it also cuts your field in half as well.
Yeah, where's that guy cutting back from the other side, looking for the center of that zone? Find a soft spot and go get it.
31 ticks left. Jefferson steps up, going to sidearm one across the middle, juggled and caught. And Garmo breaking tackles is going to get inside the 20. Going to have to burn a timeout here, but you're well inside Klaus field goal range.
Timeout, Andover Central. 2nd charge of the first half.
Quick timeout, smart move.
He's thinking more than 3 points here.
You betcha. Watch this shot. This is an absolute strike to DeGarmo across the middle of the field and just weaves his way through white jerseys and finally bulldogged down. As you see, watch this tackle. He just gets driven into the ground and a little slow to get up, and then the defenders did a good job of staying on top of him right there, trying to eat up a little bit more of that clock, but just an incredible play. Great pitch, great catch, just the way you draw it up.
Too many arm tackles out there, it's looking like, for Wellington, and now you're at the 17. You have the 1 timeout. You can still work the middle of the field if you're Andover Central, but keep in the back of your mind, you're definitely in field goal range. You don't want to make a mistake here. And I think they're going to take a shot, at least one, towards the end zone or something across the middle. And maybe use that last time out and take a shot to the end zone.
And when you got a Jace Adler on your team, you're going to take advantage of that. Look for the big guy upstairs again.
Going for the one-on-one. There he is. And did he bring it in with one hand? He did. Touchdown, Jaguars. Oh, my goodness. What a catch. One-handed from Jace Adler.
Well, this was put right on a dime by Jace Jefferson, but you got to credit the entire team for this one, because this one was right on the spot. Great protection, perfect pass, and the one-handed grab by Jace Adler. Did he get it secure before he went out?
Oh, wow.
Well, there's no replay here, so that one may be questionable, but anyway, great effort nonetheless.
When did he get that pinned against his leg as the extra point doinks off the right upright? So it'll be a 24. It actually stays a 3-score game. Let's watch this again. And I got to see here, there's movement where he pins it against his leg. He doesn't have it there cleanly. Whoa, pins it. That is about as close as it gets.
Yes, it does. It's close as it gets, and that's a tough call to make right on the field. And you can see that line just inside, but did he have control? I don't know.
I'm okay on the foot.
Yep.
I don't know if he had control, complete control at that point, but wow. Here you see Jace Adler, just tremendous play on both sides of the ball. Came in with 47 catches, 731 yards, found the end zone 9 times on the season. He's found it a couple of times already tonight. Basically the same play. Had the jump ball, timed it perfectly, and then that one-handed catch. And wow, 37-13, and that's about as badly as Wellington envisioned it. They were thinking score and eat the time up, get the ball in the third quarter, and now they gave up the ball, gave up a score, and they are going to be down big at halftime here on the road. And Klaus going to bang this one in about halfway into the end zone, and now with just 14 ticks, I'm going to surmise that Wellington probably going to hand it off once and head to the locker room, try to regroup and see if they can make a flurry of scoring in the second half. They got to find ways to get some stops in the second half. They have not gotten one tonight.
Boy, they really haven't. Andover Central has scored every time they have touched the football, and that I'm sure was not in the scope of things for Coach Meeks and the Wellington Crusaders.
6 possessions, 6 scores. Wellington wants to go to the air. It's going to be a sack instead. Around the edge, pocket collapses, and Gage Hurley will get the sack. And that may just sum up the first half right there for Dusty Bannister and his Wellington Crusaders as they've run into a brick wall here in Andover as we head to break. Andover Central on top of Wellington, 37-13. Stay tuned for our halftime show as you're watching Game Time High School football right here on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Halftime here in Andover. It has been all Andover Central, 37-13, leading the Wellington Crusaders here at the break. Welcome you back inside our broadcast studio. Scott Hogan, Scott Gurney, and boy, Scott, if you're Andover Central, you couldn't have drawn this thing up any better. You get an early, methodical drive for a touchdown. First 4 plays for Wellington, 2 fumbles lost. Central scores on both of them. 21-0 hardly before you look up, and it's been all uphill since then for Wellington.
It really has. It's been the efficiency and the balance of that Andover Central offense that's really kept Wellington on their toes and really back on their heels more than anything. They don't want to allow another big play, but they continue to happen. Wellington unable to stop that right now, and it's been the Jace Jefferson show. He's been able to use all his weapons at his disposal to put Andover Central up on top.
Well, and they established Maddox Archibald so early with that run game, over the top twice to Jace Adler, and when they're that well balanced, Wellington just doesn't know what's coming, and 6 possessions, 6 scores for Andover Central.
Yeah, and for, the turnover bug has bitten the Crusaders, and that's put them behind the 8 ball big time. When you can't get your offensive flow down, and the pressure that the Andover defense has put on them has been really crazy and been forcing, every play to go to the outside, and you can't establish that run. No RPOs. You can't disguise anything. You can't utilize the clock. It's been tough. They've got a couple of drives that have really succeeded in what they've been able to do. It's been helped out by those big penalties for Andover Central, though.
Yeah, Jefferson's had time in the pocket. Bannister has not. Bannister's done a great job ad-libbing. They've got to find a way to protect him because the run game, Wellington likes to use it to set up the pass. That's kind of out the window with this halftime score.
Yeah, it really is. They've got to battle back, and this is something that Wellington hasn't been suited to do all season long. So, can a Tiger change their stripes? I don't know. We might find out in the second half. There's a lot of football left to be played.
They got to draw on that Andale game from earlier
in
the year. 37-13, Andover Central with the lead here at halftime. Back with more after this break on Your View.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
The sectional matchups in 6-5 and 4A are brought to you by the Kansas Department of Aging and Disability Services. There are services throughout Kansas that can strengthen your mental health and prevent suicide. This is not where your story ends. Well, we're going to go ahead and look at our brackets tonight. We have a few scores that we've gotten in here. Here's the east side of 6A. Gardner Edgerton was hosting Blue Valley Northwest, and Blue Valley West hosting Shawnee Mission Northwest. Kind of chalk on that side so far in the playoffs. We'll move over to the western side. Very familiar with all these teams. We saw Derby last week, so impressive, hosting a Wichita East, and then that winner gets Manhattan Northwest. That's a rematch from the regular season. Northwest losing to Manhattan. Who do you like coming out of there? I certainly like Derby, I think, and Manhattan.
Yeah, I think the top two seeds are definitely going to be who I would lay the money down on if I did that kind of thing. But Derby's so tough. We've seen what they bring to the table, and it didn't matter if it was inclement weather or not. They threw the ball, they ran the ball well. Just a phenomenal, balanced football team. Manhattan, they are good as well. So Derby's going to have their handful.
Yeah, let's move on to our east side of 5A. Blue Bloods up top, Aquinas hosting Mill Valley, and then I was told this is at a neutral site, St. James and Blue Valley North. Boy, I can't call the top side of that. I like St. James down there at the bottom.
They play such a tough schedule.
Yeah.
They take on all giants.
We'll go over to the western side. We did have a score on this early. Hayes had a 14-0 lead. I think that was early second quarter on Hutchison. That game in Hutch. Boy, another great one. Goddard, Eisenhower, and Topeka Seaman. Right now going on in Goddard. Hayes beat Great Bend last week, trying to do it to Hutch this week. Maybe they can move on.
Yeah, maybe so.
We'll go on into the 4A East. Was told, I believe Tonganoxie was up in this ball game, 14-0 on Lansing. Miege, we had one early score first quarter that they were leading Chanute 7-0. Miege, just disregard the 3-7 record. I said that when the playoffs started, and Tonganoxie be an interesting matchup on the east side.
That it would be. I anticipate seeing that one.
And then this one, of course, our score here, 37-13. The other Crusaders in this bracket, Buhler, 14-0 lead at number 1 Wamego. That game has also moved to halftime. So Buhler, Andover Central, a lot of history there. I know a lot of football here and there to go, but boy, that would be an intriguing matchup again with a lot of history behind it.
Oh, definitely would, and makes for some great storylines in that 4A bracket.
Yeah, there's great football all over the place. One other score of interest in Class 3A, we do have Andale trying to avenge those 2 losses to Cheney last year. They're doing a pretty good job, 36-7. Andale at halftime, I've said it a lot, Andale playing some angry football this year.
Yes, they are.
Our halftime score, Andover Central, 37-13 over Wellington. And we'll be back with more after this.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
37-13, Andover Central leading Wellington here at halftime, and we were certainly not devoid of some great highlights in the first half.
Oh, absolutely, and we're going to take a look at a few of them here. And Mr. Maddox, Archibald, breaking multiple tackles to find a way to squirt into the end zone for the first TD. Maddox Archibald better put a Mr. in front of his title. But how about Jalen Wilson knocking the ball out of Bannister's hand? And then here we go, Mr. Archibald again, Grease pig sliding through the line like nobody can grab a hold of him and bring him to the ground. Wellington did have some highlights, but this is not the one that you wanted to see. Number 23, Grady Norris turns the ball over. That's the second turnover of the ball game. Turns into points for Andover Central. And then finally, Mr. Bannister got some things going as Dusty finds an open, wide open Brody Ware in the end zone for the touchdown. Kind of got the momentum swinging Wellington's way, and then all of a sudden, Jace Jefferson winds up, chunks it down the field to his go-to target down the field, and then Jace Adler, just spectacular in the back of the end zone, and he wasn't done. Neither was Bannister as he goes downfield. It's a long pass to Carter, and he gets into the end zone for a big touchdown, and then Andover Central comes right back, gets the field goal, and then boom, here we go again. The Jace Adler show in the back of the end zone. Same corner, one-handed grab. Spectacular.
There's your stats in the first half, and boy, I tell you, the rushing yards, we knew it wouldn't be huge for Wellington, but when you look and see passing yards, total yards, and first downs, really all dominated by Andover Central, especially the passing yards. Who dreamed they would have more than Wellington in the first half?
Yeah, we didn't think about it. When you look at time of possession, which isn't up there, but Andover Central with 14 minutes and 45 seconds of possession, Wellington with just 9:15. That's where that balance in your offensive game comes into play. When you can run the football, establish the run game, control the clock, good things happen.
And then not on there also huge, the 2 turnovers early in the ball game. And those were your Cox Fast Stats, giving football fans all the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. 37-13, the home crowd happy right now here in Andover. And we'll be back with more halftime after this break.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
If you don't have a good dental plan or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Hi everyone. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, we have legal professionals standing by to let you know how much your case is potentially worth. I'm here with TV personality and spokesman Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell the viewers at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. You'll speak with a live person and find out how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. You heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity. Call now.
When the little things start feeling like too much to handle, it might be from vaping. See how nicotine could be making you act less like yourself. Visit downanddirtylife.com. Now we're going to take a look at what our keys will be to the second half.
Well, I think for Wellington, you got to get a stop right here. You got to slow Andover down and get a 3 and out. You got to take care of the football. No more turnovers in the second half. For Andover Central, defensive pressure, keep it up, and stay balanced on offense, just like you've been doing. Control the clock. Take it in the end zone.
Yeah, Wellington, you mentioned, going to get the ball to start the third quarter. They were envisioning this in a much different scenario when they had the ball there just a little under 2 minutes to go in the first half. They're thinking, man, you get points here and then get the ball to start the third quarter, maybe get it close to a one-possession game, and it backfired big time. Andover Central was the ones that got the touchdown before halftime. So I don't want to call it a must possession, but when you're down 24. And I was curious of this decision too, because Wellington obviously wanted the football. Andover Central is going to make them go into the wind here in the third quarter. I didn't know if Central would want that wind in the fourth or what they would decide. So Klaus going to bang it towards the end zone, and it will go a couple of yards deep, and it will come out to the 20. On the other side of this bracket, we did have the halftime score of Bueller leading the number 1 seeded Wamego 14-0. Dusty Bannister and the offense going to be curious to see what kind of more maybe from a protection vantage point than anything, the adjustments here in the second half. How can they give him a little bit more time? And they're going to start off trying to get the ground game going, and Armstrong breaking through is close to a first down. I think they're going to mark in maybe just a yard short, but going back to Jalik Armstrong and the ground game.
Well, and they may have seen something, the guys up here in the booth that are next to us may have seen something that they think they can possibly exploit there. Comes out big 9-yard run to start. That's definitely a positive move in the right direction.
Well, it is second down and a yard. An empty set. Bannister across the middle. Great catch by Norris. He'll have a first down across the 40. He had one get through his mitts in the first half. That one, outstanding grab.
Yes, it was, and they had 2 receivers in that same area. Both guys crossing right there, nearly collided. And that's one thing you don't want to do, is you don't want to bring your defender right into the area where you might, your teammate might have an opportunity at a reception. But it works out well for Wellington here. Got a first down.
And that was Armstrong, the running back, that almost ran in to Norris. Bannister again, he thought he saw a crease. He's going to try to follow Armstrong. Oh, what great pursuit. Just speed shown by Logan Taggart to get out on the edge to make that maybe a short loss of about a yard.
Logan Taggart, 6'3", 210. Comes out the inside linebacker's position. Look at the pursuit. They don't call them Jaguars for nothing. He was like running down an antelope out there.
So it is 2nd and 11. Rare time where Bannister, it looked like he gave up on the play a little early. So look back to Armstrong. He's tripped up in the backfield. And that time getting an arm on him, number 19, Johnny George. Going to set up 3rd and long.
Outside linebacker Johnny George, 33 tackles coming into today. 18 of those are solos. He's got 1.5 sacks on the year and 5.5 tackles for loss. Give him another one there.
Empty set. Bannister against a 3-man rush. He wants to go for the home run ball. This up in the wind. Incomplete. And Wellington looking around for a flag. I do not believe there are any on the field. Wellington can't believe it.
I think they're going to call this one. I mean, this is more of a, was it uncatchable?
Let's take another look. You see Burnett kind of in a sandwich there. He was trying to come back to the ball. That is close. And Wellington, they need to hold on to their timeouts. They're going to go for it from their own 41. 3rd and 10. Got to get it snapped. They just did. And they're going to go for another home run ball. Morris is back there, incomplete. Again, it was a little bit underthrown into that wind. And a huge stop gamble not paying off for Wellington there, right? And I know you like the deep shot, but there you'd like to see maybe an intermediate route, just try to get that first down.
Yeah, just find a way to get a guy open, break somebody in the flat, maybe somebody underneath, and then somebody over the top to give him at least something different to look at. That was a single receiver out there on single coverage, and you can see Coach Meeks there. He's I think he's still chewing on the official there.
I think he's still talking about the third down play. Referee was tied up there with Coach Meeks when you could look at a knockout blow here if you're Central. Fake the fly sweep and back to Archibald. Breaks a tackle and he's down near the 35. He will gain about 6, bringing up 2nd and 4. He had a huge first half, over 100 yards in the ball game.
Yeah, 116 yards in the first half. Just a spectacular outing. Take another look at it. Big hole by that offensive line. His or looked like somebody was trying to take the ball out of his hands and wearing the same jersey there. That's not what you want.
Look at the yards after contact tonight. It has been incredible. Andover Central. And another draw play. Archibald going to break this one off the left end. Got a good block from Adler. Spins inside the 20. More broken tackles. And down inside the 25 near the 22. Was Maddox Archibald, and he is just making Wellington miss time and again.
Well, he just continues to impress out here with his elusiveness, his balance, able to spin out of trouble. Nobody's gotten him on first contact, and nobody has solo tackled him tonight.
Approaching the red zone again, Wellington failing on a 4th and 10 from their own 40, and here comes Andover Central. And DeGarmo, the little push pass, got a nice seal block on the edge from Archibald, and DeGarmo spinning near a first down, and I think second effort might have gotten it. Actually, they mark him maybe a yard short.
Real close, Scott. He's going to have maybe a possible yards, like you said, and again, get the ball into your playmakers' hands quickly and let them go to work, and that's exactly what the recipe has worked tonight for Andover Central.
As we mentioned, Archibald with the seal block on the edge, so he's not just carrying the football tonight. He enabled that to be a 9-yard gain. Archibald stretch play off left end and gave up ground, and this time making a nice stop, number 22, Axel Morris.
That may be the first solo tackle we've seen on Archibald tonight. Axel Morris, the senior.
Looks like they'll mark it as no gain, 3rd and a yard.
And good job breaking off of his blocker to come up and force Archibald to the outside, and then made a great tackle.
3rd and short. Go back straight ahead with Archibald. He's trying to go wide, got hit from behind. This will depend on the spot. And where they come in, I think he's short once again. It's going to be 4th down.
Awful close. Surprised they don't measure it here. They're calling it 4th down.
They're marking it at the 13. They need the 12. You know, it was good penetration by the defensive end, Brody Weir.
Look at it.
Yeah, it's close.
I mean, it's on the other side of the line, and looks like first down to me, but maybe the angle's just throwing me.
Jefferson sneaks up under center, and that push looks like he's got it.
Yeah, he got a yard on that one. That'll definitely get the first down after they umpile everything. And Jace Jefferson tonight, has he managed a really good game? I know we still got a lot of football left to play, but so far he has managed this football game and this team really well.
Yeah, we mentioned a little bit of an off game last week with the 8 of 18 pass and it get picked off 3 times. He has looked outstanding tonight. Accurate, making good decisions, knowing when to run. He's thrown it away when he needed to, doing everything that Coach Tuttle wants him to do. And he's going to go for a back shoulder throw. And leaping up, it's a touchdown. This time to Brant Stupka. I tell you, everything that Andover Central is throwing at Wellington right now is working.
Well, it's all sticking to tape, I guarantee you that. But again, having the trust in your receiver when you go his way that he can go up and fight for the football, and that's exactly what this is. Goes up over the top, brings it in for the score.
And just a look of disbelief. Cooper Hatfield couldn't have been in any better position to knock that thing away or try to intercept it, and somehow Stupka makes the play with the Klaus extra point to tack it on. Andover Central extending the lead 44-13 as we head to break on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Says, I got confidence in you, and I'm going to come up and let you have a chance at this one. Go up and get the football, big boy. And Brant Stupka did it. And that's just all about trust and athleticism. And you can see why Brant Stupka's being hunted at the next level. Benedictine, NAIA schools in the state of Kansas, JUCOs. This guy could probably write his own ticket to where he wants to go play football at next year.
It was kind of eerie when you looked at Stupka and Adler. Adler 47 catches, Stupka 45. Adler had 731 yards. Stupka had 733 yards coming in, and each of them had 9 touchdowns.
And again,
amazing.
Just bounced throughout the program.
And as you would expect, Klaus with the win bangs it into the end zone. And you look up and you got a 31-point game. It's a 5-score game any way you slice and dice it. Actually, I guess it'd be 4 if you had 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions. If you're the glass half full, if you're Wellington, you just have to get a drive and some rhythm. We saw it, flashes of it in the first half. They just haven't been able to sustain it.
Well, if you're at Wellington, that quick strike offense needs to come alive right now. Here's a nice play to the outside for another first down.
Yeah, good receiving. He's shown the ability out of the backfield tonight. Has Jalik Armstrong, and he's not just a good runner, good receiver. That'll move the chains. I like that throw to start, again, into the wind. I guess you keep that in mind, too. Wellington will have the wind in the fourth quarter. And there you got your head man looking for some answers. Is Jeremiah Meeks. After another rollout, and Weir just off his fingertips. That'll be second down and 10. On the other side of the bracket there in the late third quarter up in Wamego. Wheeler 20, Wamego 7. Wamego's been able to crack the scoreboard. They trail 14-0 at halftime.
Winner of that one gets the winner of this one.
Yes. And Tonganoxie up on Lansing 21-7. They've moved to the fourth quarter. Here comes the blitz from the backside. Bannister, sidearm throw wide open is Norris in the middle of the field. He'll have a first down. Or excuse me, different receiver in there. That's Jagger Norris. That's one of the, and if you think it's deja vu, he's one of the triplets.
One of the triplets, yes. His 11th catch of the season.
And she got the 3 Norrises and then 3 numbers in a row, 21, 22, 23. And another quick shot. Burnett is flipped end over end into Central territory around the 40. I think I mark him at the 49. Just inside the 49. It'll be second and about 6. And the Norse is all seniors.
Brought back all the offensive threats from last year, did Wellington.
And Bannister again, a home run shot into double coverage. Burnett almost making the catch, but I think, was that DeGarmo? It was, number 5, knocking it away at the last moment and slow to get up, Carter Burnett.
Timeout.
Yeah, for Wellington, this is definitely not what you want to see as your number 1 receiver. Slow to get off the ground. They have got the air knocked out of him on this one. Let's take another look. Bannister puts this perfectly up in the air for him.
Looked like it was right over the shoulder.
Garmo had a real good chance to pick that one off.
Yeah, he timed that, getting both of his arms in there perfectly. Now you got to convert a 3rd and 5, and Wellington showed there maybe pretty much in no punt mode at this point of the ball game. Went for it on their last possession around their own 40 on a, or 45 on a 4th and 10 and came up empty.
Big play right here.
3-man rush. Bannister again, he wanted to run it. Now he's going to try to extend the play. Back he goes to the right side. Linemen have not gone downfield, and he unloads it and dropped inside the 15. He had Jalik Armstrong. Boy, and we've seen a couple, 3 of those tonight. It could have been big plays, but unable to hold on a couple of times tonight are those Wellington receivers.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to Dusty Bannister. He did everything he could to make the play happen right here. Gets rid of the football, plenty of room, just got to come up with the catch there.
Yeah, just right in and out of the hands, and now another 4th down attempt coming up for Wellington.
And you got to go for it here, Scott. I mean, this is 4th down territory, whether you like it or not. You got to find a way to score.
You're trying to hold on to the timeouts, but again, if you're going to go for it,
their first timeout
behind, and you want to hold on to those timeouts, you got to get those timeout plays in a little sooner. Big 4th down coming up. We're going to head to break, and we'll be back after this.
Listen, shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
4th down and about 5 for Wellington. They use their first timeout of the second half. Talk this one over. Going to stay with the empty set. Only 4th and 10 last time. They took a deep shot. See if they try to go a little intermediate route. Here's pressure right up the middle. Again, Bannister trying to get to the edge, keeping the play alive. Throws it back across the middle of the field. Incomplete. Kind of floated a little bit in the wind. He couldn't get it to Burnett, but again, pressure in there so quickly. It just disrupted everything.
It did, and that was the thing that Andover Central needed to do. Well, that was a tough landing right there for Bannister, but that's what Andover Central needed to do all night. Get to him and get to him quickly, force him outside, make him make plays with his legs, make him make plays with his arm. That time going back across the field, big time no-no, but hey, at this time you're just trying to create something.
He felt like nothing to lose there. 149 starting field position for Andover Central. Archibald gets to the edge. 1st down and more. He's down inside the 40, close to the 35. And boy, Maddox Archibald is putting on a show tonight.
He really is. And, you know, we talked about the depth of these 2 ball clubs. How many people were going both ways for both teams. We talked about that before the game. Wellington is loaded full of guys that have got to play on both sides of the football. Andover Central, not so much. They've got the depth, And it's really going to be evident here towards this end of this ball game who's still got the wind going into the fourth, so to speak.
They mark it officially at 35. Now split backs. A motion, Archibald, that's a lateral. And a good defensive play, fighting off a block and getting the stop was Axel Norris, number 22. Great defensive play.
Oh, it was. Axel Norris does a nice job fighting off the block, just stays with it, keeps his head up, see where his eyes are at. Once he got behind the defender, he was able to make a solid tackle.
When I saw it, I wondered if it might be some kind of a trick play because it was a lateral to Archibald. I think that was a backwards pass, which then he, again, could have thrown, but he never acted like it was anything but a little flare pass.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you don't have to resort to trickery right here. You just got to be you and just do your thing. And again, with that big offensive line in front of him, Jace Jefferson's been able to go to town, and this guy right here, Archibald.
Archibald on a little bit of a draw play. They lost 6 on that first down play. He'll get 4 of that back and bring up a 3rd down and 12. That initially looked like it might be a little bit bigger play than it was.
Yeah, I thought so too. And you saw the opening right there. And then how about the solid play right there by the linebacker coming in?
Wyatt Dickey.
Wyatt Dickey getting in there. The outside linebacker spot. 10-162.
Wellington opportunity to try to get off the field. There may be 4 down territory for Andover Central. Depending on what they can get done here. And now Jefferson, a play clock at 5. He's still looking, the man short. Andover Central going to have to use the timeout. I think they were a man short with that formation, so each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Another score we had come in, we told you disregard the 3-7 Bishop Miege record. They are leading Chanute 23-0. And some of the 5A action.
Manhattan up on Northwest 35-21. That was a halftime score. Gardner Edgerton down 6-0. That was or 6-0 to Blue Valley. Let me see if I can click on that game real quick. Gardner Edgerton, Blue Valley Northwest. So the Huskies up 6-0.
I do know Bueller was leading Wamego 20-7 as they started the 4th quarter up in Wamego. The winner of this one getting the winner of that ball game in the West Finals next week.
Derby on top of East 56-14.
Jefferson, a 4-man rush. Now if pressure comes, he eludes it. He's looking down the field, fires it, caught by Jace Adler, out of bounds with the first down. And Jace Adler strikes another dagger to Wellington.
This kid may have an opportunity to play at the next level. He's been touted and been picked on by University of Nebraska at Kearney, as well as Midland University. So this guy's hunting a wide receiver that can go out and make plays and be in the right spot at the right time. They'll get a good one right there in Jace Adler if he decides to go that way.
Yeah, and Jace Jefferson again, another great play. Just kept looking down the field. There's the push pass. DeGarmo around the left end, trying to get wide. A good open field tackle. And going both ways tonight, that was Grady Norris on the stop. So that will make it a 2nd down and about a long 7 coming up.
Andover Central's done such a good job of changing up the play call. They go outside, they go inside, they go over the top, they extend plays with the quarterback. Again, just keeping the defense on their toes and keeping them off balance.
Boy, and burning more time off the clock with this drive as well. Got the trip stacked. Now go back to Archibald, trying to break it wide left. He's tackled from behind, still going to get positive yardage down inside the 20. Milo Elder got him from behind. And about 3rd and 3 coming up.
I wonder one time they'll kind of call the dogs off with Mr. Archibald to give him a little bit of a breather. He's kind of been out for a play and then right back in. 23 carries, 84 yards for Maddox Archibald tonight.
Well, 227 last week against Winfield. Motion from the tight end and back to Archibald. He's going to be down around the 15. It's going to depend on the spot. He's going to be just short. And Andover Central, if they choose to, they can wait to the end of the quarter and talk this play over. We'll get another look at the Archibald run.
And again, it's just straight handoff. Student body right, just drive up the middle, go north and south. Again, don't have to do any trickeration, just do what you do.
I see the replay. It looked like he was on top of a defender when he lunged forward another yard. Didn't give it to him. They said he was down a yard short. End of the third quarter. Andover Central up big 44-13 on Wellington. Take a break and be back with the fourth quarter. Game time, game of the week on Your View.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
Hola a todos. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, tenemos profesionales listos para responder sus preguntas y hacerles saber cuánto vale su caso. Estoy con el portavoz Milo Sánchez. Milo, dígale a los televidentes en casa quién debe llamar ahora mismo.
Bueno, Victoria, cualquier persona que fue herida en un accidente y no fue su culpa, habrá gente que recibirá en vivo su llamada, recibirá una consulta gratuita y le dirán cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora mismo.
Start of our fourth quarter. Andover Central trying to increase an already big lead. They have a 4th and a yard at the Wellington 15-yard line. Scott Hogan, Scott Gurney with you this evening. Jefferson under center and hands it off. Archibald stutter steps and then he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Andover Central. What a heady move there. Archibald saw that there was nothing that was going to happen inside, but what he also saw, no defenders outside.
Absolutely. I think they've gone to that well so many times that they had Wellington convinced they were shooting right up the middle once again. Let's take another look at it. Boom. No, he broke that off right from the get-go. That whole left side collapsed down in, nothing to the outside but a cornerback that was left on an island out there. Archibald's going to get you one-on-one every time.
Klaus right down the middle with the extra point. And Andover Central 51-13. Here's the Archibald run into the house. All Jags here in Andover. Timeout.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
There you see Maddox Archibald putting on a show, and I'm guessing he's over 200 yards now on the affair. And just for good measure, He's going to play special teams as well tonight.
Of course he is. 25 carries, 202 yards.
Wow. And I never thought I'd say this. We'll see the Klaus going to be a short kick here into the wind. And the return, Norris trying to get to the Wellington sideline. DeGarmo forces him out of bounds as Norris crosses the 30 to the 33. But, wow, I didn't think I'd ever say, will the Central be pulling the starters out here pretty soon in this ball game tonight, but up 51-13, you gotta expect some of those first-team players may get some of this fourth quarter off to avoid any type of kind of fluke injury late in a ball game they have well in hand. And now Wellington with the wind.
Well, this may benefit the passing game here. Let's see if they result in anything downfield here.
And that's not going to benefit the passing game whatsoever as Gage Hurley breaks through for a monster sack of almost -10.
Yeah, and that's not what you want for your quarterback to do, is stay in the pocket way too long. Waited too long to get outside, and Hurley picks up his 5th sack of the season.
Boy, and they got the pressure with just a 3-man rush. And it's 2nd and 20. Minister this time going to go a little RPO and keep it himself, and boy, not much. He'll pick up a yard or 2 and set up 3rd and about 18. Or Wellington. And another score we had coming in, we touted that Hayes win at Great Bend last week. Well, they doubled it down tonight. They just shut out Hutch 28-0.
That's saying something.
To get to 5A West Finals next week.
Wellington's kind of got a little away from what their bread and butter is.
Pressure. This one floated well out of bounds on 4th down, and what a well-timed blitz. Bannister just really no chance there.
No, absolutely not. And again, the pressure can constantly, time in and time out, has pushed that offensive line to the brink, to where I think they're just not in the, I don't want to say not in the best of shape, but you know they're in shape, but just too much pressure, too much dominance up front.
The punt team comes on, and over the head of Milo Elder, or excuse me, that's not him, it's who we had listed, and going down near the goal line. That is Milo Elder. I thought I saw a different number out there, and just, if anything could go more wrong for Wellington, that would be it right there. A bad snap on the punt, and there's a lot of hanging shoulders as Elder didn't even have a chance. I think he thought initially about, can I still kick it? He knew there was no way that was going to happen. And now Andover Central, 1st and goal inside the 5. And their home crowd has had a lot to cheer about tonight. Near packed house. Wellington just about a half hour down the road. And Archibald, I'm going to cut it back, spins down just inside the 3, picks up a couple. It'll be 2nd down and goal. But there you see the offensive line up front for Andover Central.
Timeout for an injured defensive play.
That's
put 40 seconds.
When you ask where's the beef, it's right there. The big boys up front.
They have played a tremendous game. That's Logan Lira, Dawson Rod, Paxton McLeod, Aiden Jordan, and Grant Huxa. There you see some of them as they head to the sideline. You know, when we sent Dawson Rod, he had a 50-plus pick 6 in our Goddard Eisenhower game here earlier in the season, and boy, goes over 300 pounds. He showed some speed, taking it. Nobody ran him down, took it to the house that night. We visited with Coach Tuttle a little bit about that play, and he kind of chuckled just a little bit about that, but he loved it as well.
Kason Ramirez getting help to the sideline over there. There's Dawson Rod.
Plays mostly on offense that night. He was playing a little defensive line, and right place, right time, made a great play. I think they had a great time with that one that night, especially when they came away with the 1-point victory. 2nd and goal. Archibald is going to cut it back. This time pursuit from the backside is going to catch up with him. A good play by Cooper Buchanan.
Haven't called Buchanan's name that much. He's got a sack to his credit, and 8 tackles for loss. This time, great pursuit, dragging down Archibald and Cooper Buchanan, 6'1", 247.
And that was a loss of 1.5 yards back to the 4. So big 3rd and goal as we tick close to 9 minutes to play.
And for Wellington right here, this is all about pride right here. Can you keep Andover Central out of the end zone?
And back to Archibald. Cuts it up. Beautiful cut. He stretches. Touchdown. Maddox Archibald. Andover Central scores again off of the bad snap on the punt. And extra point pending. And wow, here's the replay. Another great run here from Archibald.
Yeah, he gets a handoff in the backfield and just great eyes. Running with his heads up, finds another phenomenal hole through there and fights off a tackler for a touchdown. And Maddox Archibald, forced to be reckoned with.
Klaus, almost perfect tonight. Had 1 missed extra point. Has a field goal from 40 to his credit, as Maddox Archibald again will take us to break. Taking it to the house again for his Jaguars on top big.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Let's take a look at the smart play of the game, and you can see it right there. Maddox Archibald not going inside, breaking it outside. Great decision, puts his foot in the floor, and boom, outside into the end zone he goes.
And that was the smart call of the game, courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile. We talked about Maddox Archibald doing a little bit of everything, and on the field goal unit and extra point team, there he is. He snaps the ball. He's the long snapper, so he does do everything for the Jags. As from Norris from about the 17 going wide to his sideline, turns the corner and a good return across the 30. And they'll mark him out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's where Wellington will have it. And boy, another thing I didn't think I would say tonight, we're running clock the rest of the ball game in Andover. Boy, what a show has been put on by the homestanding Jaguars. Again, took advantage of those 2 early fumbles lost by Wellington in their first 4 plays, and it's really just been all Jags since that point.
Yeah, it was really a backbreaker, I think.
And Bannister again under heavy pressure, just has to unload it.
Yeah, you can see Bannister's just, he's like, what can I do? The pressure's been back here. He was in the backfield.
Yeah, it was Jared Cables, wasn't it? 54,
64. Yeah.
Carson Green, we called his name a couple of times. 2nd and 10. Bannister this time is going to give Armstrong a carry off left tackle. Boy, running hard, broke a couple of tackles. Will pick up about 3.
Gang tackling to the football still. 7:34 to go here in the 4th. The running clock, as Scott had said, and it's just, can you just put your head down and try to get all you can get on offense right here with just a stifling black shirt defense.
Well, we'll bring you some news that'll make Andover Central fans even happier than they are right now. There's a little RPO and a nice catch on a throw across the middle to Weir. He'll be out near midfield. with the first down. Nice little play fake there. Kind of almost looked like the old run and shoot there a little bit, the way that play was designed. And picks up a big first down, as it looks like Andover Central going to get another game on this field, as with 3 minutes left, Buhler leads Wamego 28-14. And Buhler would have to travel here next week. And a carry straight ahead for maybe a yard. And that time the ball carrier is Nick Giefer, number 25. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Don Hager, we haven't said his name much tonight. Inside linebacker came in today with 56 tackles. Landon Preston's another one we haven't talked much about tonight.
In a little hurry-up mode. Bannister going to go for the home run shot. He's got Burnett over the shoulder, bobbled it, but hauls it in for a Crusader touchdown. And for Wellington fans, that's what you're used to seeing. You just haven't seen it enough, but hold on. There is a flag down.
Pass interference. Offense, number 8. 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay the down.
They are going to flag Burnett for offensive pass interference to take the touchdown off the board. And boy, insult meet injury there for Wellington.
Just when you start to get a little wind in your sail right there, it's just big man got called for a push off and
shaking his head as he comes back.
Yeah.
And there you got your head man, Jeremiah Meeks, shaking his head as well.
I think you got to like the concentration on the pass reception. That was an absolute bomb by Bannister.
So that backs you way back up into your own territory. Oh, run out to the right. Bannister from behind. Oh, he eyes in the back of his head. And almost a leaping catch back across the field by Sky Branham. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever coming up. And that's going to be about... It's like about 29, 24, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, you called it right. Eyes in the back of his head. Bannister was just about to get his clock cleaned and felt the footsteps coming.
Now, Max McDaniel, we thought he was going to get that big shot, and somehow Bannister felt it coming. Now pressure right up the middle, picked up. Now a home run ball down the right sideline. And some contact down there with Norris and the defender. It'll fall incomplete. And I tell you, Wellington holding a couple of their coaches back that are just upset with no flag. You know, there was contact both ways there. Maybe a good spot to hold the flag in your pocket. And Wellington, the offense going to stay out there for 4th and 24.
Well, the deep shot's got to happen at some point. I know you're probably looking for Barnett down the field, and if you're Andover Central, do you double team him here and keep him from catching the football? He's lined up just off the hash mark.
And did Wellington get it off? They did. Again, here comes a delayed blitz. And Bannister rolls out across the middle of the field. Caught, going to need to make something happen. And Weir's going to be down about 2 yards short of the first down. He needed the 41. He got to the 43. So that will be a turnover on downs. And here comes Andover Central offense, and they will be playing here next week. Buhler does go on to defeat Wamego tonight, 28-14. So we've talked about a lot of history with those two in the playoffs. They're going to try to make a little more history here next week.
Be interesting to be back to see that one.
It would be, as again, if Wamego had won, Andover Central would have had to travel, but Wamego was the 1. I think Buhler is the 5. They're the 4 of the 5. Now just a straight ahead handoff to Jackson Green for a yard. Now Andover Central just work on a little clock management here and try to get this one into the books.
I think that's all you have to do, especially with the running clock, is just to that run control game, manage the clock. Most importantly, get into the locker room without getting anybody injured, be ready to get prepared on Monday to come back and go to work.
Braden Breeze is your new quarterback. Sophomore hands it off. Green retreating, trying to get to the edge. He's going to be run down, and took a big shot, I think, there from Sky Branham, number 10. And he'll lose yardage back inside the 40 to the 39, about third and around 14 coming up.
I don't know how fast Sky Branham runs the 40 in, but he covered a lot of green area in a big hurry and collided with the running back there.
Yeah, it was a big collision down there. Wellington going to fight to that very last second. And back to Green. And giving yardage up again, trying to get to the edge, and he does. He's got blockers. Green down the sideline. And Grady Norris able to bang him out of bounds. But not until Jackson Green will get clear down to the Wellington 26 and makes a very nice Maddox Archibald-like run.
Yes, he did, and just turning something into nothing right here. Nice individual effort. Finds a way to get to the outside, got a couple of blocks. Made it down the sideline. Took a shot there going out of bounds, but again, keeps that clock running and keeps your offense on the field, or they'll run it out for this final minute.
And normal timing rules, the clock would have been stopped, but with the disparity in the score, it was a continuing running clock, and now Bree's just going to take a knee, and that should do it. Yep, 40-second play clock. I don't even think they're going to bother to start it at this point. And wow, it is going to be a surprise to a lot of people that weren't watching or watching the scoreboard tonight and go into the scoreboard show or turn on there, look at the paper tomorrow morning. We're expecting a nail biter here this evening, and Andover Central just from the start in the early turnovers from Wellington in the first quarter just couldn't recover. And Andover Central a dominating victory tonight to move their record to 10-1, and a good season for Wellington comes to a conclusion at 8-3. Your final tonight: Andover Central 58 and Wellington 13. Andover Central, Buhler next week. We'll take a break. Back with Postgame on the Game Time High School Football Game of the Week on Your View.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident, it was not your fault. Call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions, and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Hola a todos. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, tenemos profesionales listos para responder sus preguntas y hacerles saber cuánto vale su caso. Estoy con el portavoz Milo Sánchez. Milo, dígale a los televidentes en casa quién debe llamar ahora mismo.
Bueno, Victoria, cualquier persona que fue herida en un accidente y no fue su culpa, habrá gente que recibirá en vivo su llamada, recibirá una consulta gratuita y le dirán cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora mismo.
Game Time on Your View is sponsored by the Kansas Department of Aging and Disability Services. There are services throughout Kansas that can strengthen your mental health and prevent suicide. This is not where your story ends. Tonight's play of the game is brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plans, affordable health care, nationwide coverage, friendly service.
Chase Adler, the one-handed grab in the back of the end zones. Chase Jefferson put it on a dime for his number one wideout.
Wow. That was one of a couple of amazing catches in the end zone tonight. Huge game for Jace Adler, again, our Kansas Farm Bureau Health Plans play of the game. 58-13, no doubt tonight. Andover Central with the victory. Back with more postgame after this timeout on Your View.
Hi, and welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that we have agents standing by right now to answer your legal questions. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, call now. Find out if you have a case and how much is potentially worth. I'm Gina Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call right now.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the studio. Now, as far as who should call in, the answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. So what kind of calls are we seeing today?
Well, Gina, we're getting calls about all types of accidents, but the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and you'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Here's our updated bracket. Everything is set here in Class 4A on the east side of the bracket. Tonganoxie 21-7 over Lansing. They will host Bishop Miege, who went and beat the Blue Comets 37-13 tonight on the east side. And as we mentioned, Buhler will travel here next Friday as they went and knocked off the one seed Wamego tonight. 28-14 is a very intriguing semifinals in 4A next week.
That definitely is, and don't sleep on Bishop Miege at number 15. I guarantee you, they come to play every Friday night, but Buhler Andover Central here next Friday ought to be spectacular.
It should be. Well, let's look at tonight's player of the game, and it's being brought to you by Taco Bell Live Moss.
Mr. Maddox Archibald, 28 carries, 206 yards, 4 tutties tonight for the senior, and he absolutely got it done tonight. Showed toughness, showed grit, escapability. Again, we talked about how he was like catching a greased pig out there, made great decisions on his cutbacks, was able to find his way into the end zone, and big tip of the hat to his offensive line. Really provided a lot of big holes for him, got him out in space. Receivers down the field making blocks for him as well, and boy, Jace Jefferson making some right decisions too, getting this young man the football in the backfield and out. He really got it done tonight. Again, 4 touchdowns, 206 yards to add to his totals. Average 124 yards a game, comes in and does that in the playoffs.
Yeah. It was so impressive tonight, and we thought Jace Jefferson was probably the X factor. He had to play very well tonight and stay balanced. And I tell you, mission accomplished. Jefferson was fantastic. He threw the ball where his receivers could make plays. They made plays. He didn't turn the ball over, threw it away when he needed to, and he played well just as – and then Andover Central defense, what can you say? A Wellington offense that usually rolls, held him to 13 points. It was just total – team domination tonight by Andover Central.
It was head coach Derek Tuttle ought to be very happy. All three phases of the football game. One of his keys to victory tonight was special teams. Didn't have to use them tonight, and just got to be grateful for that, and didn't come down to that. Dominant performance for Andover Central. They deserve to move on. They played that well.
Absolutely. You've been watching Game Time High School football on YurView. Andover Central takes the victory over Wellington, 58-13, to advance to the sub-state round of the KSHA 4A playoffs. Tonight's game wraps up our coverage of high school football this season across the state of Kansas on Game Time. Stay tuned to YurView for more great local content. On behalf of our entire crew, with director Greg Mathias, producer Kurt Legleiter, and the rest of our entire crew alongside Scott Gurney, I'm Scott Hogan. So long from Andover, and God bless.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need.